Whether it's in our careers or our relationships, we often encounter a strange contradiction. We know what we should do, but somehow we just can't bring ourselves to do it. Send that resume, leave that unhealthy relationship, start that dream project, and yet we hesitate, we stall, we stay stuck. It's not that we lack the ability. Often we ourselves are the biggest obstacle on the path to our own success. Today, we're going to break down 6 common roots of self-sabotage, how we unknowingly pull ourselves back to square one, and more importantly, how to break free and step into real change. 1. The illusion of safety in the familiar. Even when something is clearly unhealthy, like chronic stress, procrastination, or toxic relationships, it can still feel strangely safe. Why? Because your brain craves the familiar. It prefers patterns, even painful ones, over the unknown. Real growth feels risky, not because it's wrong, but because it's unfamiliar. How to gently shift out of old wiring. Notice without judgment. Ask what feels weirdly familiar about this chaos or avoidance. You might realize that what you've been calling comfort is really just predictability, not peace. Redefine what feels safe. Familiar doesn't mean good. You can teach your brain that calm, growth, and boundaries are the new safe, even if they feel awkward at first. Move gently but consistently. Big changes overwhelm the nervous system. Start with one small shift. Say no once where you used to say yes. Replace one draining habit with something nourishing. Sit with discomfort for just one more minute than usual. Each act of not running back reinforces a new path. 2. Fear of failure and the need to stay in control. Sometimes it's not failure itself we fear, but the vulnerability of giving our all and still not succeeding. If we don't try our best, we can always tell ourselves, I didn't really fail. I just didn't go all in. It becomes a shield, a way to protect the ego from the sting of true defeat. This isn't laziness, it's fear masked as strategy. So instead, we fail on our own terms to preserve the illusion of control. How to reframe failure. Redefine what failure means. Failure is proof of courage. You showed up. You tried. That's powerful. Set process goals. Focus on integrity of effort, not just the outcome. Normalize imperfect tries. Let your attempts be messy. Let them be human. That's where real growth begins. 3. Fear of success when happiness feels unsafe. At first glance, fearing success sounds strange. Isn't happiness what we're all striving for? But for many people, happiness is unfamiliar territory. We've learned how to survive disappointment, but not how to receive joy. So when something good finally happens, it feels unsettling, unsafe, too good to last. We unconsciously push it away. This won't last. I don't deserve this. Better not get too comfortable. We return to the pain we know because it feels like home. Reclaiming the right to joy. Notice the discomfort in joy. So what part of this success feels unsafe? Build tolerance for good things. Let joy feel strange at first. Stay with it. Let your nervous system adapt. Trust that you don't have to earn peace. You don't need to suffer to deserve calm or love. You're allowed to feel good. 4. Low self-worth. The silent saboteur. Deep down, many of us carry the belief, I don't deserve this. It may not be loud, but it quietly shapes our decisions. Choosing people who mistreat us, quitting just before progress, silencing pride with constant criticism. Self-sabotage becomes a way to match our outer life to our inner narrative. Rebuilding self-worth. Shift your inner dialogue. Ask, what have I been showing up for? Celebrate effort, not just results. Build worth from within. Self-worth isn't earned, it's remembered. You are already enough. Seek healing relationships. Surround yourself with people who reflect your value. Let their love help you rewrite the script. You don't need to become someone else to be worthy. You only need to stop believing that you aren't. 5. Cognitive dissonance. When your mind sabotages your goals. Cognitive dissonance is when what you want and what you believe about that thing don't align. You say you want success, but believe success equals selfishness. You want love, but believe love equals pain. You want health, but believe fitness equals suffering. So you resist, not out of laziness, but protection. How to realign. Identify your inner beliefs. Ask, what do I truly believe about the thing I say I want? Challenge the story. Where did that belief come from? Does it serve who you are now? Rewire through experience. Start small. With each new action, old beliefs lose their grip, and you reclaim your path. 6. Unresolved trauma. When the past writes the present. Sometimes the real problem isn't your mindset, it's your memory. Unhealed wounds from the past, rejection, abandonment, betrayal, plant invisible beliefs. I always mess things up. I'm too much or not enough. People always leave. These beliefs replay themselves through our actions, pushing people away, sabotaging opportunities, shutting down when we feel seen. It's not weakness, it's survival. Your nervous system is trying to keep you safe by repeating what it knows. How to heal. Recognize the pattern isn't who you are. Trauma is a wound, not a personality trait. Name the origin. Ask, when did I first feel this? And whose voice is this really? Practice self-compassion. You're not broken, you were hurt, and you now have the chance to be free. Final note, you don't need to fix everything at once, but every time you notice, shift, and stay, you're rewriting the script. Not just surviving your story, but finally living it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. I'll see you in the next video.